All right, my name is Danny, and first of all, good morning, everyone. Today I want to give you guys the tools to get involved in your community. And I'm sure a lot of you are already aware of what you like to do, what you're good at doing, what you might want to do better. You might already have an organization that you're involved in that can help you with the means you need to reach out to your community. But my goal is to make sure that you guys can educate yourselves, to help you educate yourselves, so that you can take that final step of actually reaching out to your community. And you'd be surprised how useful you are, more useful than you can imagine, and people will appreciate that. So the first thing I want to do is hand this out. And Mark Twain once said that whoever is happy will make others happy too. If you guys could just pass them back. Thank you. Now, this is called the happiness quiz. This is something I typed up. It's partially derived from a questionnaire given in Mike Melcher's book, The Creative Lawyer. You can go ahead and turn on the projector. It's going to help you identify your interests. There's a bunch of different questions on there. If you could turn on the projector. Thank you. Now that quote I said is right up on top. There's a couple other ones I like on there. But the first question is, what part of the newspaper do you read first? And if you're like me, you don't read the newspaper ever, then what channel do you flip to first? Because I think that tells a lot about us. What are 3 books you read in the past year? Not books you read in class, but books that you chose to read. If you read books, otherwise magazines work too. As a child, what did you do in your free time? Number 4, what's a goal that has been on your list for a few years? What do you actually do with your free time? What type of activities energize you? What famous people intrigue you? Who do you look up to most and why? And my personal favorite and most important one would be, what would your friends and family say you like to do? Because I ask my friends and family things about myself and they surprise me, even though I think I know myself better. So I think this quiz can help you to identify your interests. Now, the second thing is there are many, many ways to identify organizations. Once you find an interest that can share that interest with you, and then they can give you the means you need in order to get out. Now, you might already have an organization, like I said. So, for example, if you are in a religious group, you can ask your pastor or rabbi, and they have influence, and they can absolutely help you to reach out. If you're in a club, ask your baseball coach, ask your bowling coach. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people who can help, and by presenting information to someone like that, like I said, with their influence, that can absolutely be a huge step in actually doing something. Because you by yourself, it can seem like you're so small you don't have anything to offer, but someone like that can help you. So the first organization I found was a website called Volunteer Match. This is one, actually it's a organization finder, kind of like a search engine just for organizations. Now, you can actually search on here, and this one's focused more towards the labor side. Like you can see the pictures, it's more focused on building and things like that. Another one I found, if you're not interested in that, is Smart Volunteer. This one is more focused towards the professional side of volunteering, if you're a lawyer and you want to go pro bono and do some free work or whatever it may be. And the third one is the one I chose. This is an actual organization. It's through the Rock Church in Point Loma. And this is the website right here. It's just therocksandiego.com. All these websites, by the way, are on the back of the sheets I handed you in order 1, 2, 3, so you guys can take a look at those if you're interested. Now, if you just put your mouse over Army right here, it'll drop down and it'll show you all the different outreaches. And as you can see, there's just tons of outreaches. There's like 12,000 people in this church, so you can imagine how much of an impact they can make. Everything from, like it says, adoption, all the way to writing, basketball to tennis. I mean, you can create a new one if they don't have what you like. They've got everything. Now, once you select an organization, there are many different groups of people, different places you can go to actually reach out to people. And one example of that I've found is environmental outreach. People like these, they spread thousands of seeds, and they actually beautify the land, whether it be on the side of the freeway or it be a public park somewhere. That can help. It can really make a difference, I think. My personal thing, though, would be to help people more. painting houses, helping people organize their offices. Things like that can have a huge impact, and I can tell you guys from personal experience, it absolutely makes a huge difference in resumes, in college applications, things like that. They're going to love stuff like this. Just saying I volunteered one time is huge. Here's another big one that my church did. I wasn't involved in it, but something they did when I was first getting involved is at Balboa Park, the amphitheater. They took apart all the chairs, and they repainted them, put them back together, and it's huge. And then on a smaller scale, again, you can teach someone. If you do have a skill, you can teach someone. This lady's teaching this boy how to play guitar, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a child or someone who has special needs or anything like that. Just someone who can't afford lessons or can't afford a guitar. Teach them. My brother's teaching me. I can't afford lessons. A big scale. Heal Haiti is a really big thing, and they're actually sending people to foreign countries to help with world hunger, things like that. But if you're not interested in doing something that big for a first step, and you've got material things, I know every single person here has one pair of jeans that don't fit them anymore. I got like 3. Everyone piled them up, send them to Haiti. You made a huge impact. Now, you can meet a lot of unforgettable people by reaching out. I've met some incredible people that I'm probably going to be friends with for my entire life. And I really think it's amazing. You're going to see and do things you never thought you would see or do. Now, there's just 3 steps you have to take. You identify your interests, you find an organization with similar interests, and you reach out to your community. And it's really that simple. It's not as difficult as you may think. And what you have, there are absolutely people who want or need it. I felt like there was nothing I could give, and I'm realizing now that because I'm so blessed, I can give to people. I have that ability to give to people. And so whether it's time, labor, skills, or material things, you can do it, and the results are indescribable. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, guys.